Let's take time now to settle the body to begin our yoga practice. Sitting first in a comfortable position, trying to aim for, if you can sit in a cross-legged position, that's great. And trying to make the body seem like it's in a triangle shape. So the base is broad and stable, and the hands are on the knees in a mudra of your choice, and the spine is straight, and head and neck are aligned with the spine. Lightly close the eyes and the mouth, and take a long, deep inhalation right into the abdomen and the chest and the upper chest. And then as you exhale, release all the events of the day. And take another long, deep inhalation now, this time on the exhalation, releasing all of the conversations and interactions that you've had today in whatever form they may have taken. Just let them all go. And one more time, another long, deep inhalation. This time on the exhalation, releasing any thoughts or feelings of obligation of things you need to do outside of the class. And give yourself the gift of being right here in the present. There's nothing else you need to do right at this moment, just to be right here and right now. And returning to the natural breath, gently guide the awareness up through the body and check in, beginning from the feet, and gently move the awareness up through, and just monitor if there is any pain or discomfort, just so when we're doing our yoga practice, you listen to your body, and if something isn't right for you, please do a different posture or even just visualize the practice. And then as you move the awareness up through the body, at the very end, gently rest it at the eyebrow center. And at the eyebrow center, visualize a steady candle flame, and visualize the glow and the light from that candle flame spreading throughout the entire body. And together now we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti and the Shanti mantra to pay respect to our traditions, to each other, so we can all learn together without ill will. So breathing in first for Om chanting. Om. Om. Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunatu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasvinat Madhitamastu, Mavet Vishavahe. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. And maintaining the awareness at the eyebrow center. Before we begin, the theme of our class is intuition and trusting and having faith in our intuition. And in yoga, often we refer to our intuition as our own inner guru, our own inner teacher. And so if you think about your intuition in this way, it's there to guide you and put you on the right path for you. And if we listen, we can actually learn about where we're meant to be and also where we're not meant to be. And so keep this in mind when we're going through the practices in this class, focusing on your intuition and not only hearing your intuition, but trusting your intuition. So our first asana, make sure there's space behind you for this one. So for this first, we're going to bring the feet in front of the buttocks with the soles of the feet together, but we're actually going to lie down. So allowing the knees to open to the sides, placing the palms together in the heart space. And as the knees go towards the floor, with the palms together, stretch them above the body. So you can feel that full body stretch within the hips and also in the torso. Then inhale and bring the knees back and the hands back to the heart space. We'll complete another 4 rounds of this practice, holding the last round a little bit longer than that. And just observing the opening of the heart space and the opening of the hips. When you finish your final round, just come into Shavasana for a few moments. And observe what's happening in the body from that practice and also what's happening in the mind. And now come up to a sitting position. You can have the legs either outstretched or cross-legged, whatever's right for you, or even if you want to sit in Vajrasana, that's fine. And we'll begin with shoulder rotation. So bringing the palms out in front of the body, left fingers to left shoulder, right fingers to right shoulder, elbows together in front of the body. Then inhale and bringing the elbows up, back, down behind the body, exhaling on the downward movement and bringing the elbows in front of the body again. Complete 5 rounds in really slowing down and just observing the release of tension in the shoulders from this practice. And after your final round, bring the palms back to the knees and observe. We'll now move to a neck rotation. Before we do this, please be very gentle with the neck. Make sure the movement is very even and slow and fluid and smooth. So we'll begin by inhaling, and then when you exhale, bring the chin to the chest, and then gently bring the right ear to the right shoulder, bringing the head back, inhaling as you bring the head back, and then left ear to left shoulder, exhaling as we bring the chin back to the center. Complete up to 5 rounds in each direction. Again, slowing it down, being very gentle. And then after your final round, just come back to the base position. And again, just observe. And now with the legs out in front of the body, we're going to move now into a forward bend. And so, back a little bit. For this, showing the spine is straight. And so for this practice, everyone will be at a different stage. So I'll explain first and demonstrate first. So we're going to stretch our arms up and then exhale and trying to keep the back straight. Place the hands wherever on the knees is comfortable. So if it's on your knees, that's fine. If it's on your shins, that's fine. If it's on your toes, wherever you're at, that's fine. Don't push or strain or anything like that. Just move within your range of movement. And we're going to do 3 rounds. So the first round, you might only make it to some place on the leg, but then by the third round, on the third round, we're going to hold it a little bit longer and you'll find that you'll ease into it a bit more. Let's begin with arms above the head. Inhale, and then as you exhale, bring the hands onto the legs wherever is right for you. If you are advanced in this practice, put the elbows beside the knees, beside the legs, but keep the head up at this stage. Then inhale, come back, arms above the head. Exhale, bringing the hands forward into a forward bend. Again, keeping the head up at this stage. Breathing in the practice. Inhale, arms above the head. Exhale. And now we'll hold this position for up to 5 breaths. And if you can put your head down, you're welcome to do that now. And you'll find with each exhalation, you'll be able to move the body further into the practice just naturally without pushing or straining. When you've completed, come back to the base position. And again, just observing. We'll now move up to standing, but we'll do head to foot pose on the way up. For head to foot pose, hang the top half of the body over the bottom half of the body. And you can either just let the arms hang on the floor. Knees are soft, and so knees can be bent a bit. That's fine. Hands can be on the ground like that, or you can, for a deeper stretch, grab each elbow behind the knees. And it's important to breathe in this practice and just allow the body to hang and let gravity do its work. And then when it's right for you, roll up very gently and slowly into a standing Shavasana, being very steady on the feet. Legs are about hip width apart, arms are loose by the side, spine is straight, head and neck are aligned with the spine. If it's right for you, gently close the eyes and the mouth. And just feel the steadiness in the body. Feel this, how steady and comfortable you are in this standing position, as though you are fixed to the ground beneath you. We'll now move into a spinal twist with Kati Chakrasana. So for this practice, first bring the left hand to the right shoulder and wrap the right hand behind the waist, gazing over the right shoulder. Inhale, bring the arms out to the side, and then bring the left hand to the left shoulder, wrap the left arm behind the waist, sorry, and then gaze over the left shoulder. So we'll complete another 4 rounds on each side, and you can go as quickly or as slowly as you would like. You can also either turn the hips or keep them straight, whatever works for your body at this time. After your 5th round, again, come back to that standing Shavasana, observing the effects of the practice. And now bring the legs wide, a bit wider apart, so a little bit wider than hip width apart. We're now going to do Tiryak Tadasana, the swaying palm tree pose. So bringing the hands together, clasp the fingers together in front of the body, arms are straight. Inhale and bring the arms, straight arms above the head. And then stretching up in the middle. Exhale and then tilt the body over to the right, feeling the stretch in the left side of the body. It can also help if you dig the left foot into the ground a little bit. Inhale back to center, stretching up. Exhale over to the left. We'll complete another 4 rounds, so 5 rounds in total. And try and make sure your body is straight, so you're not forward or back. Between 2 sheets of glass to keep you upright. It's more important that your arms are straight than how far you actually stretch over to each side. And after your final round, again, coming back to standing Shavasana. And we'll do a balancing posture. So we'll do it in a couple of stages. So first stage is bring the arms out at shoulder height. Find a point on the wall that's not moving so that you can fix your gaze and it'll help you to balance more. And then we're just going to lift up the right leg as though you're standing on a step. So leg is flat. So foot is flat. Knees at about hip height, and foot is flat, like as though you're standing on a step. Then put the arms down, leg down, and then we'll do the same with the left side. Arms at shoulder height, fix your gaze, and balance on the right foot. Then arms down, leg down. So now we'll balance on the left foot and we're going to grab, first fix your gaze, but if it's right for you, we're going to grab the right foot and bringing the heel to the buttock. If this isn't appropriate for you, you can always do the one that we just did that way. And then with the left arm, just put it a little bit above shoulder height. It's good to try and bring the right knee next to the left knee. And then drop the arm and then gently release the leg. Then we'll do the same on the left leg. So fix your gaze. Take a few moments to center yourself and then grab the left leg and gently put the arm just above the shoulder. This is the second stage. We'll do the third stage and see how you go. The third stage is just that, but instead we actually lean forward a little bit. So take a few moments to again center and ground yourself, and then grab the right foot to the buttock, arm just above the shoulder, and tilt the body forward so you're pushing the heel away from the buttock. Hold for your own duration. Tilt the body up, release the arm, release the leg. And we'll do the same on the left side. So just do this in your own time. And just see where the mind goes when you're doing these practices. When you've completed your balancing posture, come back down into a sitting position and just take a few moments. We'll come back into base position and just observe all the effects of all the practices so far. Some have been familiar, some may have been familiar but haven't been done for a while. And just observe what that brings up for you. Did you trust yourself to be able to complete those practices? And we'll do one final asana before we move on to pranayama. So we'll do another spinal twist. So for this one, with the right leg, put it on outside the left knee. Sit up straight And then in the crook of the left elbow, put the right knee. With the right arm, wrap it around behind and then gently twist and gaze over the right shoulder. We'll just do one of these each. So it's fine to breathe into the practice, and you'll notice with each exhalation, your body will just naturally ease in a little bit further. And then come back to center. Put the right leg out in front of the body again. Take a few moments just to observe the difference between right and left. And then put the left leg out on the outside of the right knee. Then in the crook of the right elbow, place the knee, wrapping the left arm around behind the body onto the ground to give you a little bit of leverage. Inhale, and then as you exhale, allow the body to twist into the position. Breathing into the practice, visualizing breathing into the spine. And then coming back to center. Taking a few moments. And then preparing for pranayama practice. Now, in the comfortable sitting position, placing the hands on your knees in a mudra of your choice first. Eyes and mouth are lightly closed. Checking in with your posture, making sure the shoulders are back and down, but relaxed so that it opens up the lungs. Just focusing first on the natural breath. Just observing the natural breath as it goes through the nostrils and then fills the abdomen with air, and then the chest with air. And then on the exhalation, spontaneously, the chest subsides and the abdomen subsides. And our pranayama practice for this class will be Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. So with the right hand, bring the first and the middle finger to the eyebrow center, making sure the head is up straight and aligned to the spine. The right thumb gently closes over the right nostril, and then inhale to the eyebrow center. Then cover the left nostril with the ring finger, uncover the right, exhaling out of the right nostril. Then inhaling through the right nostril to the eyebrow center, covering the right and uncovering the left, exhaling from the left nostril. So it's in through the left and out through the right, in through the right and out through the left. And visualize on the inhalation for this practice that you're inhaling absolute crystal clarity to your eyebrow center, where it's said often your intuition may live. So into your intuition is clarity, and then on the exhalation, you're releasing any doubt that you may have around your intuition and about yourself as well, releasing any doubt. And we'll do this practice for a couple of minutes. And on the next exhalation from the left nostril, release the hands, but keeping the eyes closed. Continue the practice through both nostrils to the eyebrow center. And now release the practice, returning to the natural breath. Very gently and mindfully lie down in Shavasana to prepare for our Yoga Nidra practice. And lying down in Shavasana, make sure that you have everything you need for the practice. If you're in a cooler climate, you might need a blanket or some coverings. You might need a cushion. If you have any issues with the lower back, putting a cushion underneath the knees can help to support the back. Making sure that you're comfortable and there's balance between the left and the right side of the body. You might like to tuck in your chin just a little to check that the head and neck are aligned with the spine. The arms are a little away from the body with the palms facing up, and the legs are hip width with all tension released so that the feet flop to the sides. And take a long, deep yogic breath in, and on exhalation, release the body into the floor. And take another long, deep inhalation now. And as you exhale, release any remaining tension in the body, paying particular attention to the face, releasing any expression on the face, any tension in the jaw or behind the eyes. Just let it all go. And feel body contact with the floor. Feel the contact between the heels and the floor. Feel the legs and the buttocks against the floor. Feel the back of the hands and the arms and shoulders as they press against the floor. Feel the back and the spine and the back of the neck. Feel its contact against the floor. And feel the back of the head against the floor. And observe how all of these different points of contact create one singular point of contact between the body and the floor. Become aware now of sounds, listening first for sounds that are far off in the distance, not trying to identify or name the sounds in any way. Just move your awareness from one sound to the next as you hear it. Move the sound awareness a little closer now to the sounds outside the room where you are. And once again, just moving the awareness from sound to sound. Bringing the sound awareness even closer still to the sounds inside the room where you are. And now bringing the sound awareness closer still to sounds inside the body, beginning first with the sound and the sensation of the heartbeat. And now bring the sound awareness to the sound and the sensation of the natural breath. Release the sound awareness now and call to mind your Sankalpa or positive intention. If you have one, mentally repeat it 3 times now. We'll now rotate the awareness around the body. Listen to my instructions, and as I say the name of a body part, place your awareness there, visualize that part, and mentally repeat the name of that part. We'll begin first with the right side of the body and the right hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger. Palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the chest, right waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, ankle, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now to the left side of the body and the left hand thumb, first finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the chest, left waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. And moving now to the back of the body with the heels, back of the legs, the buttocks, the small of the back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades, the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck, and the entire spinal column, the back of the head, and the crown of the head. Moving now to the face with the forehead, the temples, the eyebrows, and the eyebrow center, the eyes, the nose, the ears, the cheeks, the lips, the jaw, the chin, the throat, the collarbones, and the pit of the throat, the right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, and the center of the chest, the right side of the abdomen, the left side of the abdomen, and the navel, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, both legs together, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, and both arms together, the whole torso, the whole neck, the whole head, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, and the whole body. Have a sense now, all at once, the whole body. Release the body rotation now, bringing the awareness back to the natural breath, observing how subtle the natural breath has now become, and also observing the rise and fall at the navel as it responds to the natural breath. We'll now add a visualization to the natural breath in the following way. On the inhalation, visualize that you are breathing in a soft indigo light to the eyebrow center. And with each inhalation, you fill the eyebrow center with this indigo light. On the exhalation, you release any mental clutter so that you can create space for intuitive clarity in the eyebrow center. Breathing in indigo light, exhaling any mental clutter from the eyebrow center. And if the mind wanders, use the breath like an anchor and bring it back to the practice. Release the breath visualization now and instead feel the following opposite sensations in the body. The body is feeling hotter and hotter. The body feels as though warmth is spreading from the core of the body outward. The body's feeling hotter and hotter. So the body is spreading warmth from its core outward as a sign of purification. Release this feeling of heat now. Replace it now with a feeling of coldness. The body's feeling colder and colder. Body feels as though it's outside and a cool breeze is caressing the skin. The body's feeling colder and colder, like it's outside and a gentle, cool breeze is caressing the skin. Release this feeling of coldness now. Replace it instead with a feeling the body feels so heavy, like it's sinking into the earth, as though it is becoming more supported by the earth. The body's feeling heavier and heavier, as though it's sinking in and becoming more supported by the earth. Release this feeling of heaviness now. Exchange it instead with a feeling of lightness. The body's feeling lighter and lighter. The body feels as though it is weightless and it's floating across the sky like a cloud. The body's feeling lighter and lighter, as though it's drifting across the sky like a cloud. Release this feeling of lightness now and release all of these sensations, allowing the body to come back to its normal state. And instead now, come to the space of the mind, the space behind the closed eyes, and in this space, see, imagine, visualize and create the following objects and images. You are standing at the entrance of an ancient library. The air is filled with the scent of aged parchment, and a hint of sweetness, incense wafts through the air. And as you step onto the polished marble floor, a profound silence envelops you, broken only by the distant echo of turning pages. You walk towards a grand staircase. Each step you take resonates with purpose. As you ascend each step up the staircase, you notice intricate tapestries depicting celestial maps and symbols of wisdom. And at the top, a vast hall opens before you. It's illuminated by a soft glow. In the center of this vast hall stands a pedestal with a luminous, translucent book. This book represents your inner wisdom. And as you approach, the pages begin to turn slowly, revealing symbols, images, and words, each holding a special message for you. And you spend time now drinking in and observing these messages and trusting whatever arises. And know that this is your intuition communicating and offering guidance and insight. And knowing that your intuition has always been there to guide you, and knowing that you can access and read it whenever you need to, you gently close the book and feel a deep sense of clarity and trust in the knowledge that you've received and trust in any future knowledge. You know that your intuition will be there to guide you with. And it's time now to leave this ancient library, descend down the stairs, and leave the doors behind you, and come back now to your mat, back into the room. And on your mat, with increased trust in your intuition, you call to mind your Sankalpa, or positive intention if you have one. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. And begin to feel the breath again in the body. Allow the breath to deepen just a little. And observe the movement that it makes within the body. Observe how on the inhalation the back moves ever so slightly against the floor. Scan through the body now and take note of how you feel compared to how you felt before we began. The practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to a close. Begin to remember the room that you're in, the details of that room, the color of the floor, the color of your mat, the color of your clothing. Remember the time of day and begin to hear the sounds around you and remember the world attached to those sounds. Begin to make small movements with the fingers and the toes, allowing the body to gently externalize. And move and stretch in a way that's right for you. You may like to raise the arms above the head for a full body stretch, or bring the knees to the chest to give the back a massage, whatever works for you. And when it is right for you, you might like to roll onto the right side for a few moments. And then in your own time, very mindfully and slowly come up to a comfortable sitting position. Keep the eyes closed or downcast just to maintain this peaceful state that you've created. Coming into a comfortable sitting position. And gently bringing the awareness to the eyebrow center. And at this point, visualize steady candle flame and visualize the light from that flame and the strength from that flame cascading throughout every cell of the body. And together now, we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti to conclude our practice. Breathing in for Om chanting. Om. 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 Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.